Welcome back, and very timely and very much honored to have with us today Marine Corps Colonel William Dunn is with us today, retired. He's the president of the Strategic Reliance Group, LLC, and the author of Gunfighters Rule. He founded the company in September of 2015 after completing over 33 years in the U.S. Marine Corps. Colonel Dunn has flown in many of the world's deadliest hotspots around the world and in a dozen combat missions as an attack helicopter pilot. Greatly honored to have with him today. You may want to check out his website. Let's see if I got this right. I'm sorry, Colonel, do I have the right website for you?
That's the company website, but yeah, my website is colonelwilliamdunn.com. But okay. Yeah, that is the company website.
Okay, good, right there. Strategic Reliance Group. Okay, got it. Good to see you. Thank you, friend, for your time. Much appreciated. Boy, what's your take on the last 72 hours or so?
Well, it's, war is always a terrible thing, but this had to happen. I think it's going exceptionally well. I definitely am concerned of the danger to our men and women in service supporting over there. But it had to happen. I think it is happening with precision that should be expected out of our military by every American. And we're going to keep taking the fight to the enemy until all objectives are met, according to the president. So I expect several more weeks of this, and then the second phase will have to determine how that looks.
How surprised were you to see what's left of the military there in Iran begin to shoot on its neighbors innocently? What do you take from that?
Of all of the things that I've seen that this happened, that was the biggest surprise. They could not have choreographed a better support to this mission than showing the world that their radicalism in almost insanity to do that. You could not have asked for a better result to support our mission and what we're doing in the region. Very strange they attack their neighbors like that, but I think it plays into our hands and it shows the world that we were right by doing this mission.
Do we understand the rivalry between the Shiites and the Sunnis, and now that you have Iran just kind of lobbing missiles over the fence at both?
Yeah, it's like I say, it was a shock they did that. They have fomented additional hate in the region. I think what they were hoping to do is to cause some sort of rift in our team with Israel and the other Arab nations. But as you can see, what I think the other Arab nations are doing is they're backing away because they realize, as with the Ayatollah being, killed, they realize that the power of Iran is now fading dramatically and will not come back probably in our lifetime. So they're backing off. They're not going to support them. It looks like their other, small terror groups are also not supporting them because they realize that, their leader in Iran is no longer.
What about, I realize we're involved in the phonetic part of this, which is really quite amazing, but then there's the cyber attacks, and it might even relate to the maritime disruption there through the Strait of Hormuz. I don't know much about that. Do you have any insight on that?
I do. Probably a lot of that I'm not going to talk about because I know it's ongoing. But there are absolutely cyber missions going. There are influence missions going. Our company works some of that with our brothers and sisters in the military. But it's ongoing. It's been ongoing. And if you understand the world, they're doing it too. They've been doing cyber missions and influence missions across the region as well, coming out of Iran. So when we go into fight, we bring in every capability. And so we're bringing in cyber, we're bringing in special things, special capabilities that are going to happen all over the place, and they're going to be ongoing until this mission and objectives are met.
Of course, you're a helicopter pilot. I'm a fixed-wing pilot. I was just kind of curious. 200 aircraft leave Israel and go in. We have the Abe Lincoln carrier there. We have, let's see, the George H.W. Bush carrier there, and then, of course, the Gerald R. Ford carrier. We got a lot of airplanes in the sky going around.
A lot.
who's the big controller in the sky? who's managing these guys from not running into each other?
Well, you know, I'm sure the Air Force is running the CFAC over there, and they know how to do this mission. And every single pilot is responsible for executing their mission. Whether you're a fixed wing, helicopter, or rotary wing, or whatever, you have your mission. You have your mission set. You have your parameters. The airspace control is set, and then every pilot needs to fly it. I think we've seen there's been some accidents, if you will, over Kuwait with some of our F-15s. Hopefully we will get that sorted out as soon as possible. But these pilots are professional, and they know how to get into the fight. They know how to hit their targets, and they know how to come home safely.
Okay. How decimated do you think the Iran military is today?
I think they're pretty decimated. We have air supremacy right now. I think we had air superiority within minutes, and I think we maintain air supremacy, as does Israel. If I was an Iranian soldier, I would lay down my weapons and surrender or walk off the battlefield. And I know there's ramifications for doing that in their own country, which I understand. We would never want our military to do that. But this battle for Iran is lost. That doesn't mean they're going to stop fighting, but they are not going to be victorious here. Even if they inflict casualties on U.S. personnel or coalition personnel, the war is lost. So even though there's a lot of men that are able to fight for Iran right now, and there's a lot of weapons, you know, they're going to be slowly attrited over the next few days and weeks. So their best course of action is to surrender.
We've heard the term over the weekend, off-ramps. I mean, we don't go into a battle looking for an off-ramp, do we?
Well, I would. What you don't want to do is you do not want to back any enemy up against the wall to where they have one choice and one choice only, and that's to fight to the death. That's your most dangerous adversary, someone that has nowhere to go except for fight. We would like this, you know, and this is my opinion. What I would like to see is this regime change happen, an interim government come in immediately, and then let the Iranian people choose their future. Let the Iranian people develop on how they want to be seen by the world. But there's no need to kill these young, and I say this from the Iranian perspective, there's no need for them to have all their young men killed in a battle they've lost. If they don't surrender, we will have to continue taking the fight until all objectives are met, which will mean killing a lot more.
So excuse me, at what point do the citizens actually mount up? I mean, are they waiting for something else to occur? I mean, the regime, the leadership is pretty much taken out. There's still some there. At what point would it trigger for the citizens to literally step in and do what you're talking about?
Oh, I think the trigger's been pulled for that. Hopefully they're doing that right now all the way across Iran.
Okay.
There's no reason for them to wait. They need to take, I guess they're not an armed society, which is a problem. But they should not wait. They should try to take over any areas they can with a new regime. I just hope they don't wait. Any support we get from the Iranian people will help end this battle quicker.
What's your take about over the weekend? Of course, we saw, you know, they're now bringing back the original Iranian flag. They got the Star of David flag flying. They got the United States flag flying. It's really pretty remarkable to see the Star of David over the top of the original Iran flag. But a lot of pictures of the son of the Shah to return. What do you think about that?
You know, I've been thinking a lot about that. I think that's a good idea for an interim government. I don't know that he is the solution. That's going to be up to the Iranian people, but I think that would be a great interim solution. How amazing is it, though, that you have a regime that was targeting its own people just as much as they were targeting the U.S. and Israel to make Iranian people see a common friend in Israel and America? It's amazing. It's unprecedented.
So most people, I guess he's even expressed that he would be an interim leader to create the atmosphere for general elections. You think he's been westernized enough to be trusted?
I think yes. But remember, in my opinion, it's up to the Iranian people. If the Iranian people choose they want to go back to a crazy regime dictator that kills them, ultimately that's going to be up to them. So I think this interim government would work. But the first thing on, their first task should be set up free elections for Iran and let Iran figure out what that looks like. U.S. elections don't work in many places. They don't really work well in Arab countries.
Colonel, thanks for your time. I wish I had more. I'm going to get you back. Check out Colonel William Dunn, his website, and check out his company, which is the Strategic Reliance Group, LLC. There's a picture of the landing page there on the screen. So thank you, Colonel. Thanks for your service, and look forward to more contact with you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for having me. Have a great day.
You too. God bless. Bye.